So I figured I would give you guys a little bit of an update on everything I've been doing with the Nova. So you saw I pulled the Vortec 8100 out, and there are no more twin turbos on it. In fact, no turbos on it at all. But we're doing a bit of a power increase with the new engine and trans setup. But first, I figured I would show you a little bit of the stuff I'm doing to the inside, which is right here. So I have been playing with the dash a little bit. You can see the old Speedo is out, and I created this guy. So it's a 14.9 inch display. It's approximately 14 inches across and 4 inches tall. It's 1280 by 390 resolution, and it runs off of a little Raspberry Pi. And this is running a Open Auto package, so it runs Raspbian, and it reads sensor data from the OBD2 ports and translates it into all of the info on the screen, the gauges, etc. And it is open source, so I've been playing with it and modifying a little bit. But that's not all. I also have a 10.5 inch touchscreen down here that is running the same thing. I need to set it up the rest of the way, but it's going to run my Android Auto. So I have my media and my my maps and stuff, because I'm useless without maps. But yeah, and then some further enhancements is I have my shifter mounted. I need to make a center console and hold that down, but we're hooking up the tap shift on the trans. So this is a shifter out of a 2019 Camaro SS, and hooking that up. So yeah, I got the shifter. It's mounted, it's all hooked up, and then I suppose I can give you a little preview of what's going on under the hood. So at the front, you can see I have a little bit of a heat exchanger and a significantly larger radiator than what I had. And you know, the nice LT4 all installed. Got the fuel system all plumbed up. Just need to tighten everything. Got my power steering lines run using another 2015, I think, Camaro power steering pump with ICT billet adapter brackets. I've got the air-to-water intercooler stuff all hooked up, and the water pumps all wired, well, not wired, but all hooked up and functional if I hook it up to a battery. And surprisingly, nothing leaks. I've got the QA1 suspension set up, installed, and there's a lot of real tight fits in here, such as I had to cut and weld the neck of the water pump because it was hitting on the control arm, and if I sucked it in too far, it would be hitting on the belt, so I had to get it just right to fit in there. And then on this side, had to go to a remote mount power steering reservoir because it hit the control arm on this side, and then the remote mount kit actually required you to have the fitting facing down. But so I cut apart the bracket, welded up a new one, put it on there, so now it faces up, goes right into the bottom of the power steering reservoir tank. And then I got the Speed Engineering LT Swap headers for X bodies, which They said they had never tested it on a Nova. They had tested it on other cars, and they assumed it would fit, which they were right. It is a real close fit, but it does fit. And I do have solid mounts, which you can see down there, with the dirty Dingo adapter brackets. And yeah, so there's a couple things I need to tie up on here, like hooking up the this guy, I don't even remember what it's called, but takes the PCV from one valve cover here, goes there, other valve cover goes here, this goes to the intake, and it's got a drain on the bottom. It used to go to the bottom of the pan, but not only am I running the Holley HotRod pan, but the old line also hits right where these mounts were. So I gotta fab up a little line that'll go from there down into the return where the turbo would go, if I were running a turbo with that pan. But yeah, so that's pretty much the state of everything. So see you next time.